Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Robin here. Thanks for joining me today on Oracle Rising. So we have a new month coming in. It's going to be May 2022. So I've started doing energy updates to see what's going on to help out the Lightworker community, light warriors, spiritual gangsters, divinity community. So you guys can be prepared to see what's coming in with surges of energy, any sort of conflict going on, or, if things are going to be a little bit more of a blessing, it might have really high energy to share with you. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying these energy updates. You can let me know down below in the comments, as well as let me know any other content ideas. I'm really open for you guys if you feel like there's something that you want to learn about on your spiritual journey as you exit the matrix. I'm here for you guys. So I'm going to use the Starman Tarot card deck, and I'm also using the Dragon Tarot card deck because, I have an affinity for dragons. I always have ever since I was a kid. And, you grow up and you're told that dragons are not real, but it turns out that they are. They just live in different dimensions, and they do visit us, and they are available as guides to humans. So I think that's all really cool. So I'm going to pull a card from the Dragon Tarot and see what's going on. So we have the Three of Wands here. So this is actually a really good sign. I've got guides here. I feel like there's at least one intergalactic guide here available. So it could either be a unicorn or a dragon. I definitely sense the presence. I'm hearing a Palladian sort of influence here. So I do have quite a number of guides here available. So they're saying here with the Three of Wands, and this is like you've come farther than you realize. So that's a great sign. So you guys have been doing really, really hard work. I've been getting tons of notifications from you guys that you're going through a lot of spiritual ascension, symptoms, maybe not feeling that great. Always keep in mind, you guys, that a spiritual ascension, it's no walk in the park, it is shedding basically an old skin, like developing a new way of living, changing dimensions. So this is like, be really proud of yourself. And it's also asking you to gather yourself for the next level. Okay. So you're going to get a bit of a breather in May. Everything's going to be a little bit just where you can gather yourself, and just say, wow, that was really challenging, but I did it. I'm still here. I'm still alive and kicking, ready to kind of fight another day on this spiritual plane. Maybe an opportunity to meet a few more people that align with where you are on your spiritual journey, so that when you start talking about your beliefs, people don't look at you like, okay. Does that happen to you guys where this is why I don't talk to people, you know what I mean? Just kind of people that I work with, or like my neighbors and stuff like that. Because they're like, all right, they just don't know what I'm talking about. And that's okay. They're just not prepared to hear it. So this is why we have our community here. Okay. So we can say things in the comments, and that I'm going to understand, and anybody else that's a starseed or a light worker, they're going to understand too. Right. So let's have a card from the Starman Tarot card deck. Oh, this is what I was talking about. This is like, I got the influence from this card before I even pulled it over. Okay, so here's just a little something that you guys need to be aware of. And that's what I was talking about. It's like, not everybody is ready to hear your message. So you want to kind of keep the conversations to people that are going to understand you. Otherwise, you'll just kind of get in your own head here with the Eight of Swords. Okay. You kind of got to let other people lead the conversation. And there's nothing wrong with keeping things in your own head. The Eight of Swords really represents more of a thought prison, but that's not what's going on here. If you will talk to the wrong people, I don't want to say the wrong people, but people that aren't ready to hear your message, they are going to look like look at you like you've got some sort of a screw loose, okay? So you really have to find those people that understand exactly what you're talking about. Otherwise, you're going to start to feel like you're losing it a little bit, and then just go into a whirlwind of thoughts, like, and doubting yourself. So, and we don't want that for people that are here to help the planet and the human vibration rise out of the 3D matrix, okay? So this is why you follow people on your social media platforms. I mean, especially if you're working and you're alone, do you know what I mean, in your community? And that does happen quite a bit. This is why you would follow like a hashtag Lightworker on Instagram or social media or Twitter. If you're not on any of those things, you really might want to consider it just for that type of outlet, okay? You don't have to get involved with all these raging battles that people seem to love to have on social media. That's not really necessary. And any hint of something that is going to ruffle your feathers, you just can mute or block somebody. So you really just have to kind of patrol that as well. But your interests, you might have a conversation with somebody that understands like a different way of meditation or a communication that you had with a spirit guide, and people are going to go, oh, that's so cool. You want to tell me more about it? Instead of somebody rolling their eyes at you and saying, well, there they go again, you know, and it makes such a difference on your journey when you feel understood, okay? And having at least one other person to talk to about stuff like that is going to be such a blessing, okay? So you begin coming into an awareness of having other people that are going through similar journeys, or, you know, and that'll be a huge benefit for you. There's nothing better than feeling understood. So especially when you're on this really weird journey, like light workers and indigos, crystals, all of these people that are sensitive, that are breaking down the matrix. Okay, so let's have another card here for you. So we do have the Four of Cups, okay? So this is going to show a little bit of confusion for you guys. And the thing that I find very interesting about this card is, like, have a look at all the different images. You do have, there's the pointed hat that is very associated with witchcraft. There is this character over here looks undeniably like, I would say, like Jesus Christ. There's all these different ways of, like, there's the palm here, and it really reminds me of Osiris for some reason. So you're probably gonna start feeling like, I believe this, but I also believe something else. You know what I mean? It's like you could be a religious person and follow a certain doctrine or church or something like that, or a deity, but then you could also experience where, did I just see a UFO, you know, and then sort of question your beliefs as well in May. So I want you guys to know that it's okay to believe more than one thing, okay? There's so much that has happened during history, and, like, obviously Jesus Christ was a real person, but if you look at things, and I watched this on Ancient Aliens too, you guys, which was really cool. There's actual documentation of people in history watching UFOs and, like, carving them into cave walls and stuff like that. So it's not like you have to believe in one thing over another. Not one thing is realer than another. You know what I mean? So it's okay to have, and it doesn't have to be a conflicting belief. It's an overlapping belief. Like, you could be very solid in, let's just use like Christianity for something, but then also start doing a deep dive into, let's say, Thoth, you know, or really following Egyptian is really coming to mind, you know. So you could really like the practices of working with Buddhism as well as Christianity. So it's okay to sample from different things and have understandings in spirituality, you know, that a lot of people would see as a conflict, but because you're a really deeply spiritual person, you're just going to experience things on all these different levels, okay? So never feel like you have to just keep your belief system to one thing, because that's not what spirituality is all about. Spirituality is more of a free flow, and this is not a slam against religions. And religions tend to believe in one thing and one thing only. So you could find yourself kind of going, well, wait a second, I really love and respect this way of believing and understanding, but I find this over here completely fascinating. So you might want to be prepared for something like that to happen, and then also not feel bad about it with the Four of Cups, okay? Or feel like you've been missing out over the years because something was revealed to you by a guide. You weren't missing out. You probably just weren't ready to hear that message. So always important to just receive the gifts as they come to you and roll with it, okay? Let me just pull one more card here for you guys, and then I'll wrap up your energy update. Hold on for a sec. So we've got the Four of Swords. So this is going to be a really good time for you guys to, like I said before, take that breather, relax. There's a little bit of reprieve. I remember when I did your April update, I saw a lot of really stressful energy going on. And there was like stars bursting and planets in retrograde and all this stuff going on. So a lot of people experiencing ascension updates, you know, and that is like flu and cold symptoms and body aches and just headaches and just feeling like crap overall. But this is going to be a little bit of a relaxation here, kind of learning your lesson about the difference between being in a religious upbringing and opening up to spirituality and multiple belief systems. And also a really important lesson is to save your deepest conversations for people that are ready to receive it and reciprocate and understand you, and that will bless you in return. So that's your energy update. It looks like a really nice one, a bit of an easy month, bit of a break for the Lightworker community, because we need healing too. We need our downtime. Always remember that the healer also needs healing. Okay, so guys, I'm going to wrap this up with love, many blessings, and I'll see you back here for another video really soon. Bye.